So essentially, last we left off, we were on the final case, about halfway through, and trying to figure out the names for everyone and about what went down. So essentially, there's a bomb inside the TV. Someone has the remote, played it, blew everyone up. Yet there's like a second issue going down with the fact that like maybe we're one of them. I don't know. So weird. But we're about to find out. There we go. All right. So let's continue where we last left off. All right. So I remember I had named this guy Oscar because even though we don't really know his name for real, they had said that his was an Oscar winning performance. And with the fact that his name is Mr. Director, I'm assuming that it's part of that. Okay, so what we need to do is follow, like, we don't know the reporter's name, which I assume is either going to be Nellie or Jennifer. We need to find some other people and follow them around. So this is the maestro and stuff. Does anyone ever go in these rooms? Okay.
Hashtag Emily is creepy AF.
All right, so there's two people here in the bathroom. I guess we could start here. Maybe they actually say their names or talk to each other in the bathroom. Really? Nothing? Okay. Still nothing. Wow, they're in the bathroom for a long time. I mean, I guess when you gotta go, you gotta go. But come on now, say something.
That's a pretty unison dump.
Okay. Almost on 9 minutes and still nothing. Oh, what was that?
They dead.
It was a light sound. Are they dead? Are they swinging? What? Is it Morse code? This is going to be super hard. Oh.
Who's that knocking?
Mm.
Ray, what are you doing here? Who did this to you?
I didn't.
Ray, what are you doing here? Who did this to you?
I'll explain everything later. Quick, untie me.
I can do that, but only on one condition.
Just say it. Whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. Within my power, of course.
You need to prove to everyone else that I'm not crazy so I can get discharged.
Consider it done. I knew you weren't crazy a long time ago.
Perfect. Then you can get me out of here.
Well, I'll do my best, but remember, I'm just a caregiver. The doctors are the ones who have the final say. Oh, speaking of doctors, Jennifer's in the room next door. We gotta save her too.
Jennifer.
Dr. Jennifer?
Okay.
Doctor? Doctor, wake up! Where am I? What happened? Someone apparently knocked you out. Got some blood on you there.
I remember that much. But why am I in the bathroom?
Can't help you there. Wait, you went out cold, Ray. What happened? Huh?
Hey, what are you... Ray! What the fuck? You killed her!
She'll be fine. Anyway, better her than us, right?
What are you even talking about? What's going on?
Okay, so here's what happened. While you were treating patient number 68 earlier, you remember that, right? I was talking with James. The two of us heard this loud noise all of a sudden, so I went to check. Turns out 68 broke the window and took off. By the time I came to check up on you, you were already out cold. Had this cracked ashtray next to you, too. This got me all in a panic. So I didn't notice that the gate to the inpatient sector wasn't locked. Next thing I knew, a bunch of patients had all gotten out. They charged me, tied me up, and threw me in the bathroom. Then they dragged you in after I was tied up.
Jesus Christ. Then Nellie was in on this too?
Nellie.
She doesn't really strike me as the violent type.
I don't know about that, but I'm not taking any risks. They're all crazy. Who knows what they're capable of?
But what is it
name
they're
is
trying
Nellie.
to do? And why didn't you call the police when you had the chance?
Everything happened so fast. 1 second, I was trying to figure out what happened to you. The next, those psychos jumped me.
Huh? Where's my phone? Don't tell me they took it.
Oh, wait. Oh. God damn it, it's gone.
What?
Not my phone, something else. Caregivers aren't allowed to bring phones inside the hospital. You know, that's the rule here.
Well, that's stupid. What do we do now then? We can't even call the police. How many people did you see in here earlier? Don't tell me everyone is in on this.
I saw Clep, Silver Spoon, Oscar, oh right, and Mr. Director. I'm telling you, it was chaos. There might have been more of them. I don't know.
And all of them working together? They're not even suffering from the same illness. This is certainly a first. What do you think they're trying to do? Escape?
They took the keys, but as far as I know, they haven't left. All I could tell was that Mr. Director seemed to be the ringleader. Something about manipulation and brainwash.
Then it's a coup?
A coup?
Yeah, they want to take over the hospital. That's why they didn't escape. You haven't seen George, have you?
No. Maybe he's still in the treatment room?
Is that an alarm?
Probably somebody's alarm clock. I wouldn't worry about it.
Then what do we do? It's only a matter of time before they find us here.
Honestly, I think the two of us can hold them off. Clep, he's basically a stick. Oscar's a wuss. Silver Spoon's lucky if he isn't fighting himself. And Mr. Director, he's an old man. The only reason they got the jump on me last time was because they caught me off guard. But you and I, we'll have the element of surprise next time.
Why don't we just sneak into the director's office and use the landline to call the police?
Hey, good idea.
Come on, let's go. Stay calm. We've got this. No looking around, just stay quiet and
And then you're dead. Okay. Well, that should cover everything. Let me follow Nellie from the beginning. So they're out of commission. Man, I gotta almost write this down. Who's the actor? I mean, this hospital is full of people that are trying to take things over, and not necessarily people that are sick. I need to find out. Okay, so James has been faking it. I gotta find out if Emily's in. Okay, first let's follow Nellie.
Emily is definitely the true mental patient. She was the only one that was up there singing the whole time.
Well, just because she's singing doesn't mean she's crazy.
Nah. That song she picked out.
We'll listen to her later.
Wait, Nellie, what you writing, huh?
What's going on outside? I heard a bunch of people talking, but then it went quiet.
That was Mr. Director telling us about the test. He said we gotta take over the hospital so we can put a stop to it. Also, something about, how the doctors are all actors, and we're really...
Shut up! He told us not to tell anyone, didn't he?
Whatever. I don't even want to know.
Look, you upset her.
It's all your fault. I told you to shut up!
Hey, Nellie, don't be mad. What you writing? Seriously.
You wouldn't understand even if I told you.
I know what she's writing.
Oh, yeah? And how the hell would you know, huh?
You ain't her. Well, you ain't me either. How do you know I don't know?
Exactly. I ain't you, so I don't know if you know enough. But you certainly ain't
Spoon
her,
is on
so
that
you don't know
list.
squat, you big ignoramus.
Silver spoon.
Oh, so you finally decided to talk to me, huh?
Do you know who you are?
I'm, me, I guess.
No, you aren't. I'm me.
For once, think before you answer. It's not easy. That's why Mr. Director's so terrified about the test.
Wait, you know about the test too?
Why wouldn't I? It's called TAT, and it involves a series of repeated questions that try to get the test subject to make up a logical story based on their own desires, emotions, motives, and personal experiences. Most participants end up projecting their own subconscious onto a character in the made-up story without even realizing it.
So, that's what it is.
Doesn't sound like such a big deal to me.
Yes, and it wouldn't be if it were just that. The problem is, this hospital is doing more than just a simple test. Something much more intense.
Huh? Like what?
They put extreme pressure on the test subjects, causing them to lose themselves in the stories they make up. Even once the test is over, they lose track of reality, which can lead to the development of multiple personalities. And those whose minds are already weak, they lose track of who they are altogether. Textbook delusional right there.
Well, I'll be. No wonder Mr. Director's about to shit his shorts. Don't concern me, though.
Oh yeah? Then how about this scenario? Deep down, you, me, all of us constantly struggle with our own issues. Pretty normal, right? Well, during the test, people tend to project those conflicting thoughts onto different characters in the stories they make up. Each thought becomes its own character, constantly engaged in a bitter, back-and-forth argument with its other half. Until, finally, they lose the ability to become one again.
That's impossible. Wait, is she talking about us?
I'm calling BS.
Hey, don't look at me. I'm not the one running the tests. I just wanted to let you know to be prepared. And more importantly, don't forget who you are.
Now I'm actually kind of intrigued. Sounds a little, I don't know.
Fun. No one's ever been able to give me a run for my money before.
Oh, what do you know? Sounds like some kind of, I don't know, metaphysical test.
Metaphysical my ass. It's a scam, pure and simple. And you can't bullshit a bullshitter. I am unscammable.
Oh, shut up. I need to think.
Thinking never did you any good. Metaphysical. Ha! Whatever. I'm gonna hit the hay.
Okay. Interesting. I might have to follow Mr. Director around next. Let's check and see. Okay, so they come in here.
I'm crazy?
Sorry, officer. I was talking to...
The pants. Let me hear them first.
I'm a reporter.
What exactly have you found?
Here, they use a treatment method on their patients called TAT, Thematic Apperception Test. But it's not the TAT most people know today. Rather, they use the prototype used back during World War II. Basically, it brainwashes people. After the test, patients' memories will be completely erased, and they're conditioned as well. They're programmed to respond to certain sounds, after which they'll follow any command. The hospital then goes on to claim they've been cured, but the truth is, they're nothing more than soulless robots. Tell me, officer, if you were a patient, would you want to be cured that way? You've absolutely got to get me out of here. I have to expose them.
Okay, this
Check
was
my notes. I've got all the evidence right here.
in the last part.
I gotta say, that sounds more like a sci-fi flick than reality. Alright, let me see your notes. Wow, don't skimp on details, do you? Let me ask you something else. You ever notice any patients in here who seem like they don't belong? Like they're faking their illness?
Yeah, me.
And besides you?
Honestly, from what I've seen, at least 44% of the patients here are actually sane, but they've been committed regardless. Makes me think this hospital's next step is to experiment on normal people.
That's quite the theory. What about him, huh? Seems pretty legit. Schizophrenia, maybe.
Nope.
He's sick, but it's not schizophrenia. You made a mistake any layman would make. What he has is called dissociative identity disorder. That's where you have multiple personalities. In his case, too. Huge difference between that and schizophrenia.
I see. That I'll have to remember.
Wait just a second. Aren't you getting me out of here?
Afraid I can't. At least, not yet. I'll come back once our investigation wraps up.
You don't believe me either, do you?
Why you even bother, Nellie?
Journalists are the watchdogs of society. Or haven't you heard?
Yeah, and what good did any of that do you, huh? The cops didn't even believe you.
You've heard about the Unabomber, correct?
Huh? Who do you think I am? Of course I heard of it.
Mm-hmm. Henry Murray, the inventor of TAT, used his test to evaluate soldiers during World War II. During the Cold War, he used it to interrogate spies. But did you know that he also gave it to innocent students back in 1959?
Oh yeah? What's all that got to do with the Unabomber? Are you kidding me?
Well, it just so happens that a certain 17-year-old boy, Ted Kaczynski, was one of his unwitting test subjects. And, well, you know the rest. Over a period of 18 years, he ended up making and sending at least 16 bombs. What I'm trying to say is, destroying someone mentally can have repercussions far beyond one person.
It's true.
Well, I'll be damned. Then that Henry Murray fella's got blood on his hands, too.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
And she just gave a clue as to who did the bomb. It's somebody up in there. Somebody up in there.
Well,
put
we
that
already knew
bomb.
that from the last episode where they were talking about one of these people is the ghost, who's basically set the bomb on the TV. So, who are the real mental patients? So we know Spoon. Where's Spoon? Spoon is. That's all I really know at the moment. Everyone else is kind of like
Science and all the experiments that go along with it are,
Maestro.
well, they're not wrong.
Maestro.
I'm not sure about Maestro.
No, it's saying like, remember who are the real mental patients? So basically, who's actually part of this mental ward, and who's faking to try to get, Maestro's really in it because George is giving him a test. George is actually the one that's over this place. So Maestro is and Spoon is. We know for sure because they're, having issues. these guys, Mr. Director, Oscar, and Klep, I need to find out which one of them is actually crazy and which one is just is part of the gang. James acts crazy, but when he went over to this room, he was talking to Oscar about their plan. So I need to find out about this room. I know McMurphy's like an undercover cop or some sort. So I need to find out about this room, and I need to find out about Emily and James.
But sometimes people can get in so deep that they lose track of the boundaries of morality. I have nothing against the doctors here. Really. I simply want to get the truth out. It's my hope that people can learn to respect humanity while still pursuing science.
You move me. A reporter with a heart of gold. You know, if Mr. Director had his say, he'd just...
Shut up! He told you not to tell anyone!
All right. My lips are sealed.
Oh, okay. I bet you yeah, the knocking on the door, on the wall.
You hear that?
Oh, you can hear it too? Thought it was just in my head.
No, it's definitely real. Sounds like it's coming from next door.
All of you are hearing things. Need to up your meds.
I'll go check.
Does she run into anyone? Okay.
Who's that knocking? Ray? What are you doing here? Who did this to you?
Okay. And so, is Ray one of the staff members?
I'll explain everything later. Quick, untie me.
I can do that, but only on one condition.
Just say it. Whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. Within my power, of course.
You need to prove to everyone else that I'm not crazy so I can get discharged.
Right.
Consider it done. I knew you weren't crazy a long time ago.
Perfect. Then you can get me out of here.
Well, I'll do my best, but remember, I'm just a caregiver. The doctors are the ones who have the final say. Oh, speaking of doctors, Jennifer's in the...
So Jennifer's a doctor, Ray's like a caretaker. So they wouldn't be anyone that's crazy because they're basically one of the staff members. So yeah, I need to find out what's going on in here. Is Mr. Director really crazy, or is he just like one of the leaders of this group? Looks like Klep is saying something to McMurphy. McMurphy's undercover cop and thinks there's someone in this room. Thinks Ghost is in the room. So far, without knowing what's going on in here, I think Ray might be Ghost. Because he basically knocked Nellie out, gave a lie to Jennifer about what was going on, said Nellie was in on it, and that Mr. Director was staging a coup, and stayed far away from the TV as possible. But let's see what everything else is going on. Here comes Klep.
What took you so long?
I got a business deal. All taken care of now, though.
Business deal? I told you to lock those two in the bathroom.
That's I did. Don't worry. But what about George, huh? Take care of Jennifer and Ray, but leave George? Shouldn't we lock him up too?
George is conducting one of those brain goggle sound experiments on the Maestro. If we interrupt them, there's a chance we'll fry our friend's mind.
Fine, we'll let him be for now. But what if the police decide to barge in there later?
I've made arrangements. Oscar will try to send him away. Should he fail, he'll lead the police to us. When that happens, I need you to give a winning performance.
Don't you worry about that. I may not be an actor or anything, but I'm an ace at improv. Hey, well, now what hit him?
Perfect. First, we'll take control of the hospital. Then, we'll rescue Maestro.
Seriously, though, that test Maestro went to, what's it all about, huh? You guys keep saying he's fucked. What the hell did I do to him in there?
I didn't know much about it myself until I spoke to Nellie. She calls it a thematic apperception test, or TAT.
TAT? What's with all the acronyms nowadays? You can't hardly tell what the hell something is. Do we even know it's legit? You know Nellie. She throws Dr. Mumbo Jumbo like this around all the time. Full of shit, you ask me. Who's to say she's not just making shit up on the fly? You really gonna believe a windbag like her?
On this matter, yes. It's like I told you already. This isn't a real hospital. No, this is nothing more than a reality show. And the reason you don't remember is for exactly this reason. The test. That TAT has brainwashed all of you. You don't even remember who you really are.
Brainwashed? The hell?
Yes, all of us. We were participants in this theater verite. Over time, the rest of the crew, the true evil behind this, manipulated our gray matter using these so-called tests.
Okay.
They made us believe we were mental patients. Mental patients! Fortunately, my experience as a director allowed me to see through their wiles and maintain my true sense of reality. A professional like me can spot an amateur from a mile away.
No wonder those doctors keep telling me I'm sick.
These doctors, they use these tests to toy with our brains, giving us all sorts of wild hallucinations. Once our heads are adequately scrambled, they give us a new identity. By doing so, they keep us trapped in this never-ending reality show, day by day losing more of our hold on reality. In short, the doctors aren't real doctors, and we aren't real patients. We're nothing but actors in this twisted, cruel production.
We're the actors? I thought Oscar was the only actor in this place.
Are you both patients here?
Oh God! Oh God! My stomach! Sorry. I
Hey!
gotta go.
And just where do you think you're going, pal? Sit back down. You can leave when I say you can leave, which is after you've answered my questions.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Both of you sit down and behave yourselves. I want you to answer the officer's questions. Also, officer, I don't understand what you hope to gain by interrogating these patients.
That's a nice costume you got there, officer. Pretty convincing, even. Your lines, on the other hand, have room for improvement.
Yeah, we already kind of
All just actors.
been.
Who are you, really? Look me straight in the eye.
That's how you do it, much.
Mentioned, some of our patients are likely to initiate contact.
Well, what about that one, huh? Mr. Bathroom Emergency. Was that real?
Matters of person or place.
I didn't realize sticky fingers were a disease.
Up here. He was a repeat offender, you see, always stealing old phones. The police found it so odd that they gave him a psychiatric evaluation. And wouldn't you know it? He was certifiable. So, instead of sending him to prison, they sent a look, Mr. Director. The police found it so odd that they gave him a psychiatric...
Okay.
Cops should have moved on by now. You want me to take a look, Mr. Director?
No, you should stay here. Oscar will handle everything.
Yeah, but something don't feel right. That cop from earlier felt like he was checking if we were crazy or not. I mean, for real crazy. You think the hospital sent them?
You may be onto something. After all, everyone in this hospital, barring us of course, was sent by the hospital. They're all part of the masquerade.
No wonder he acted so weird. The only thing a cop ever gave me before were a pat down and a pair of cuffs. None of those weird questions. Good that we got you on our side to see through his disguise. I was about ready to piss my pants. Honest to God, you know how I feel about 5-0s.
Real cops, fake cops, none of it matters. This hospital wants to drive us crazy. Literally. Maybe we should simply play along? Once today's over and we've taken control of this place, the truth will finally be revealed.
Then let me go check it out. If they're gone, we can get started with the plan.
Hush, what did I just tell you? For now, we lay low.
Boring.
Interesting. All right, Oscar comes back in.
How was I doing, Mr. Director? Like a real professional, yeah?
It was an exceptional performance. Not only did you deliver your lines with passionate bravado, your improvisation was on point. Always adjusting your lines and tones to correspond with the other actor's delivery. You truly are a master thespian.
Yeah, well, you didn't have to give me such a hard time.
Sorry. Occupational hazard. Once I get in character, I'm no longer reciting lines. I am the character. Now, I don't like to brag, but that wasn't even the best performance I ever given. For most of my roles, I've done months of research. If I had more time, I'd check myself into a real mental hospital for at least 6 months. Stanislavski's system pushes me to fully embody my characters by learning how they really live.
Yes, of course. What about the cops? Have they left?
Good thing you heard the siren and figured out a plan quick. If you hadn't sent me out there to stall them, God knows what they would have found by now.
What are they even investigating? The runaway patient?
Yeah, that's what they said. But, at least to... At first, that's what I thought too. But now, not so sure. Seemed more like they were going around looking for someone sane.
Then they've lost their minds as well. Looking for sane people? Inside a mental hospital?
Cops are a bunch of idiots anyway. I'm gonna go out and check again. I'll let you know.
I'll go check room 1 as well.
Let's go!
Wait for me! You're following me.
Did you talk to the police, Silver Spoon?
I did. I did too.
Did you notice anything strange?
That lady cop had a real attitude. Kept saying I had schizophrenia. Well, you've got it. You're a complete schizo. Don't interrupt me.
Just stop talking already. Both of you are giving me a headache.
The cop that questioned Silver Spoon was a chick, Mr. Director. That means there's more than one of them. You think they're on to us? Maybe we change the plan? Make a run for it while we still can? I mean, the gate is wide open.
No, the show can't end like this. Don't you want to know the truth? After all this time, the lies, the manipulation, don't you crave retribution?
Lies ain't the half of it. They probably want to steal my company while I'm not there too. Your company? When did it become your company, huh?
Oh, shut up about your stupid company. No one cares.
Yeah, well, either way, it's time for the doctors here to pay up.
Right you are about that. Our plan is already in motion. With the doctors under our control, all we need to do is wait for the police to leave. Then this hospital will be ours.
Yeah, well, I still don't get how the police knew to show up at just the right moment, you know? Someone must have ratted on us.
You make a good point. Who could have called the police then? George?
Nah, he was already in with the maestro before any of us even did anything. Probably doesn't even know what's going on.
Jennifer then? Well, this could turn out bad for us. If the cops were to search the bathroom.
Jennifer? No, I can't be her. I stole a phone.
What? I thought I told you to lock her up, not steal her phone. Give it here. Recent calls. Well, the last call she made wasn't to 911.
Why don't we try calling it? You can't just do that. We don't know who it'll call.
Okay. What?
What are you looking at me for?
Hand it over. And whose phone is this?
From that stupid cop earlier. But you know what? Here's what's really weird. Who calls a cop directly rather than 911?
you stole this from the police? How many other phones have you stolen?
I don't got any more phones, but I do have this. You are a real piece of work. Why would you steal a TV remote?
OMG. So he had the remote. Okay. Interesting. So I thought he might have taken something from Tony when he got up and ran into him. So he took his phone. So Jennifer called Tony directly, which got Tony here. Jennifer is a doctor.
Got it from Ray earlier. It looks like a phone, you know? Even fits in your hand like one. I couldn't resist. Huh? That a police siren?
Which part of stick to the script don't you understand? If you would have just followed your lines, you wouldn't have run the risk of getting us all into trouble. Now, if the police come back here, our plan is ruined. All our efforts down the drain. I'll keep the doctor's phone for now. You return both of those, but don't get caught.
But I never learned to return stuff.
Make it happen.
All right.
That's odd. We've been here for a while now, but there's been no sign of Nellie.
There was some kind of weird sound earlier, so she went to check. Probably went to the bathroom.
It was indeed. Wait, to the bathroom, you said?
Okay.
Hello, that.
All right. What happened here when Clep went to Emily?
To return stuff.
Make it happen.
All right.
There.
Hey, Emily, you gotta turn that thing on before you can watch it. There's this thing called a remote.
Emily.
Don't do this to me.
Okay. But Emily... Who's Ray? Okay, so Ray is the guy that I suspected was Ghost. He just got done saying that Ray had the remote. And he basically stole it from Ray. Okay, so for now, I'm going to say Ray is Ghost. For now. Because he stole the remote. But as far as who's the real patients, I kind of think Clep might be one. Yeah, I think Clep. And I do think that Mr. Director is a patient. Because they're not gang members that were there. They were there and they're trying to take over the hospital. They just have evil intentions. And the fact that, Mr. Director is a little weird. Okay. I need to hear what's going on between Clep and McMurphy here. And then I'll check this room next.
Hey, McMurphy, $300, pay up.
Oh, I know. Got a week left, I get out. Got no money in this shithole.
Hey, you want to do business with me? You do it my way. That means no credit. I already made an exception, letting you try out the phone. And now that you know it works, you gotta pay up. Unless you want me to tell Jennifer you stole her phone.
Don't be a rat. All right, fine. How about we just give it back, huh? Then you can sell it to someone else.
I can live with that. Hand it over.
Wait, before you leave, do you know if they caught patient number 68 yet?
I can't really hear what he's saying.
Nope. Not as far as I know.
What about the police? They here yet?
Now that you mention it, Mr. Director did say he heard a siren earlier.
Okay. Anyway, here's your phone.
No hard feelings, huh? Next time, if you got money, we can do business.
Alright, let's do that. Let's do that again, but here from McMurphy's side.
Oh, I know. But you gotta wait till after I get out. I got no money in this shithole.
Hey, you want to do business with me? You do it my way. That means no credit. I already made an exception. Let me just try out the phone. And now that you know it works, you gotta pay up. Unless you want me to tell Jennifer you stole a phone.
Don't be a rat. All right, fine. How about I just give it back, huh? Then you can sell it to someone else.
I can live with that. Hand it over.
Wait. Before you leave, do you know if they caught patient number 68 yet? The one who escaped?
No. Not as far as I know.
What about the police? They here yet?
Now that you mention it, Mr. Director did say he heard a siren earlier.
Perfect. Anyway, here's your phone.
No hard feelings. Next time, if you got money, you could do it.
Okay, so McMurphy had Jennifer's phone. He was the one that called the police directly because he's an undercover cop. So he was calling in his partner's backup or whatever because he learned about Ghost. Okay. And then says McMurphy quiet until they come in. All right, they split up and talk. And then this one, McMurphy goes crazy, acting like he's a crazy guy, but he's a cop.
You get in here, you...
Anybody in there?
Who the fuck's out there? You get in here, you cocksucker! I'm gonna...
Don't need that type of language. Come on now.
Who the flying fuck are you? I'm gonna straight up bash your fucking brains in!
All right, I'm gonna need you to calm down, sir.
You get that fucking duck away from me, you hear? He fucked me up! I can't think straight. I'm gonna slit his fucking throat, you hear that, huh, Doc? Huh? I'm gonna fucking murder
So-
you!
Tell the doctor he can leave.
He never sees this guy. Okay.
He's gone. It's safe to talk now.
Damn, Tony, my man! Look at you in uniform. Could have fooled even me.
Keep your voice down. Though, I could say the same about you. You almost gave me a scare with all that crazy talk. What's it called again?
Rabies, idiot.
Elvira. Charming as always, I see.
Jokes aside, what have you found? There's a whole lot of people out there that have got their eyes on Ghost's secret stash.
You look around at all?
Not much. I already talked to 2 patients. Crazy guy called Mr. Director and some thief. Gotta say, they both seem totally fucked up, to put it mildly. What about you? Who did you talk to?
Just some delusional reporter. Oh, and a schizophrenic called Silver Spoon. Just like you said, though, both 100% loony.
Guess we're on the same page then.
Wait, so you haven't found anything yet? So why'd you call us up here?
I didn't see him, but I know where to find him.
How so?
Process of elimination. I discovered the seclusion
Okay.
room number 4 at the end of this very hallway. Never seen it unlocked, but I know
From the privacy of right.
Yeah, I really think Ray is Ghost because one other thing he does say is when the alarm goes off, he just tells Jennifer, "Oh, it must just be someone's alarm or something. It's nothing serious." But if you didn't know what it was, you'd be alarmed and be like, "What is that?" But since he knew what it was, he just was like, "Oh, don't worry about it." All right, we're going to listen on James and Emily. And by doing that, we should know everything. Okay. Is that ticking? It's the clock here. Okay. Silence. Okay, then they start to come in.
This is our day room. As you can see, all our patients are quite well cared for. Wouldn't you say?
Nice decor and board games doesn't change the fact that they're still stuck in a mental facility.
Hey, new arrivals! Grab your clothes and toiletries.
Huh? Who are you?
None of your concern. Pick your seat and sit down. I don't want any trouble.
Who's this guy?
Patient number 27 has a non-bizarre grandiose delusional disorder. He thinks he's a caregiver here. The hospital is short-handed, so we usually leave him be. Saves us from having to hire more help.
People here are more nutso than I thought.
What's she doing?
Watching TV.
But the TV isn't even on. What's your name?
Patient 42 suffers from severe social anxiety that manifests as selective mutism. She talks to no one.
Neither of these two are going to be any help. Let's split up and canvass the rest of the place. Check the room over there, would you?
Yep. Go ahead and mark her on that list.
Let's see if she says something. Okay, so she just keeps singing. Oh, I got an achievement, I guess, for just listening to her song. Okay. All right. That's pretty funny. Okay, so she just does nothing but sit here. Okay. She goes to check the bathroom. Okay. James sits there for a long time.
Because he thinks he's a caretaker.
No, he's not actually crazy.
James?
You! Stay away from the gate! Get your ass back to the day room!
For crying out loud!
and they talk, he's not really crazy. But what does Emily do?
Nothing. She belongs on the list.
Excuse me, Doc. I need you to turn over the key to room 4.
Huh? Who are you? How did you get in?
I'm a police officer. We're here to investigate a case.
Police? Who let you in?
Okay. So everyone ignores Emily. Here comes the alarm. Here comes Clep.
Hey, Emily, you gotta turn that thing on before you can watch it. There's this thing called a remote.
Emily.
Don't do this to me!
Okay, let me check on something here with James.
James?
You
Caregiver? Huh?
hold,
Huh?
hold you to stop. Where do you think you're going? What the hell's going on? Why were the police here?
Things are getting out of control.
See?
I was just playing along with Mr. Director and the other crackpots, right? Figured if we really did take over the hospital, it'd be much easier to look for Ghost.
No way it's a coincidence. You notice anything off about those cops?
Well, they were definitely looking for someone. That much was obvious.
I don't think
But
Oscar's
the way they were
crazy.
interrogating every single patient.
Okay, I didn't mark him.
Did you mark
Makes
Emily?
me think they're after Ghost.
Oh, yeah. I'll mark.
Why would the authorities suddenly be searching for him? Until we got that tip, everyone thought he was dead.
Maybe they got it too. Anyway, what have you found so far?
Haven't locked down Ghost yet. But I did find his plan B.
Plan B?
Wait a minute.
Pure coincidence,
I don't
actually.
think I
The
stayed
TV
with
remote
Maestro
went
after
missing,
the
see?
director
And the button on
left.
the TV doesn't work either. It got me curious. So
I wonder if
one
he
day
talks
I
himself.
volunteered to cover Ray's night shift. After everyone left the room.
Oh, wait, hold on. He's saying some vital information.
I did find his plan B.
Plan B?
Pure coincidence, actually. The TV remote went missing, you see, and the button on the TV doesn't work either. It got me curious, so one day I volunteered to cover Ray's night shift. After everyone left the room, I opened the TV set. Guess what I found?
A bomb.
Bingo! Anyone turns that thing on, it'll explode. I bet that's probably why he took the remote.
That's further proof it was Ghost who blew up the police station. To kill his crew and fake his own death. But why would he plant another one in the same place he's hiding?
That's why I said it must be his plan B. Sure, the hospital's been a safe place to lay low, but someone clearly knows he's still alive. Otherwise, they wouldn't have put a bounty on his head and we wouldn't be in here. Ghost probably planted the bomb for just such an occasion as this. He can blow the place sky high and vanish into the wind again. Poof!
Sounds right up his alley. Anyone who sees his face dies.
Not this time.
All right, so here's prediction, a meta prediction. As a character, I bet you I'm Ghost. And whomever I pick will depend on like the answer of who is Ghost. That they are basically giving me this test to tell on myself. Because they keep giving these tests to different people. And then the whole Raven a couple of episodes before was like a prelim. That if I say Ray is Ghost, they're going to be like, good job, you're Ray, or something like that. It wouldn't surprise me.
Check this out.
What the hell is that thing? Looks like some kind of sci-fi game.
So James actually is a worker for the hospital. He's not a patient, so he's not crazy. So, okay, where's Emily?
Emily should be patient number 1.
All right, so we have Mr. Director as actually a patient here. Maestro, Spoon, Emily, and Clep. Okay. I think that is true.
Gizmo.
It's a mic.
All right, so
You staged the whole theft. Between the two.
all right, so George.
He's asleep.
How did he go from talking to him to be asleep?
Because he put him under hypnosis.
Does he wake up when the alarm goes off then? All right, here comes the alarm. Sorry for the loud. Okay. Nope. He does nothing. All right, I think we're ready. So, Elvira and Tony, I think, are actually detectives, but they went into their blues. That's why McMurphy's like, oh, finally seeing you dressed up. Because they're actually dressed to look like cops when they're normally detectives, and detectives don't normally dress up. So, I really think they're cops. They're not mental patients. Murphy's undercover. Oscar. So Oscar and James were basically saying they're looking for. Oscar's secretly working with Mr. Director, but he's actually trying to figure out who Ghost is. So technically, I don't think he's crazy. He's in cahoots with James. Jennifer is a doctor. Ray is a caretaker, like James, but I believe he's Ghost. Because James even said that he took over one of his night shifts and then found the bomb. George is the main guy in charge, who doesn't say a whole lot after they knock him out. Well, actually, I need to check and see if he actually stays knocked out. But other than that, Nellie, I don't think she's a patient. Though as much info she gives, I really think she is a reporter. Undercover. Emily just stays. I mean, we're going to leave Emily alone. All right.
Huh? What's that you're holding, Emily?
Let's back up a little bit. All right, so does George actually stay knocked out, or is he just faking it? All right, this is my final answer. Did I? All right, let's see what's up.
Excellent work, Detective. I have just one last question for you.
Uh-oh.
I have just one last question for you.
Oh, no.
Who are you?
Number 68.
I kept talking about number 68. Am I what does it mean, detective? Tyler, Emily, Cameron, Mr. Director, Maestro. Oh, snap. Oh, I knew it. I knew it was strapped in. Who's Cameron?
Cameron was the first one. He was one of the twin brothers.
Oh, okay. Got Mr. Director. I'm not Maestro. Who's Emily?
Emily was the girl, the crazy girl that we just said. She was singing in the waiting area.
Okay. Tyler.
Was the other twin.
Not Clep. I guess I'm just number 68. All right, sure, let's go with it.
Okay, number 68. Since you already know you're one of our patients, we'll move forward with your treatment. Here, this pill will help calm and center you.
I can choose not to take the pill. Oh.
Oh, that's what I do.
And that's when I run out.
God. Jennifer? What happened to you? Wake up.
And we got ending delusional. All right then. So that would follow what they were going with the fact that I'm number 68, and how earlier she was saying she got hit with an ashtray. That makes sense. But there's multiple endings. So I could say I'm somebody else. I could take the pill, but we know from earlier what Nellie was saying, that if you take the pill, that basically is just erasing who you are.
We're not about that life.
Wow. This is a great game. This is crazy. Let's check out the other endings. Well, not all of them. Let's see what's up. What happens is number 68. If I'm number 68 and I take the pill, Alright, so this is a great game. The only drawback I have in this game is that it's way too short. Only 5 levels? Man, this needs to be like 20 at least. Start small and keep moving up. But I look forward to future ones. Alright, what happens if we hit... Oh, what's this? Select. Oh, you can select which level. Okay. Alright.
Excellent. Excellent work, Detective. I have just one last question for you. I have just one last question for you. Who are you?
Okay, so do you want to do number 68 and then take the medication? Yeah, we can see how that works out.
Okay, number 68. Since you already know you're one of our patients, we'll move forward with your treatment. Here, this pill will help calm and center you.
The drugs ain't mine!
About that?
My painting has not been lost.
Not me. Don't believe them!
So, take the test.
Wake up.
Okay. Looks like that was ending number 4. Achievement, auditory hallucination. Interesting. Alright. Wait, what? Oh, back it up. Aw, come on.
Hello! Welcome in, officers. How can I help you? I heard your siren.
I'm Elvira. This is my partner.
Okay, I didn't know which one of those. Alright. That's Tony. James. Emily. I'm gonna say I'm Emily. And here's George and Maestro. George. Maestro. That's McMurphy. Mr. Director. Clap.
Spoon.
That is Spoon. Nelly. Ray.
Jennifer.
And the real patients. Let's see. Mr. Director. Maestro. Spoon. Emily.
Clip.
Which one was James?
James was the real person that worked there.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Ray.
Oh, yeah. And this one was Ray.
Excellent work, Detective. I have just one last question.
What happens if we say we're Emily?
You need to be tranquilized.
I have just one last question.
Cameron, Mr. Director, Maestro.
Who are you?
Emily, Tyler, Detective, Clap. Say we're Emily.
I'm sorry, Detective, but you've failed the test. I had hoped it wouldn't turn out like this. You were doing quite well at the beginning. But, well, things started to unravel towards the end. It's sadly clear. You don't even know who you are anymore. I'm sorry, but we're going to have to.
Oh. Some hands just came over me and got the amnesia. Oh, wow.
They would have got some hands right back.
I didn't even get the ending credits. Okay.
Because Emily was a mental patient.
Yeah.
Excellent work, Detective.
All right. So we got 3 out of the. I believe I saw there was 5 achievements or 5 endings.
Do detective next.
Just because she keeps saying I'm detective. Okay.
I have just one last question for you. Who are you?
Detective.
Congratulations, Detective. You passed the final test.
Okay.
By now, you've probably realized the last case was mixed with some of the voices from previous ones. It threw the other testers into a state of deep confusion, but you didn't lose yourself like they did, which means you are now qualified to call yourself a true acoustic detective. Since you've mastered the system, you can take it with you. You never know when it might come in handy. And if you hear any residual voices or auditory hallucinations, I trust you'll master those too. In time. That concludes the exam, Detective. Thank you again for participating. It exceeded all of my expectations.
Interesting.
You're free to leave whenever you like.
Holla.
Goodbye.
Good old.
Okay.
Thank you again for participating. It exceeded all of my expectations.
Huh?
You're free to leave whenever you like.
Why she gets ambushed. Ooh.
Who are you?
Hey, buddy. Come on, it's me. State your name. You don't recognize your old pal?
Wow.
I'm a law writer.
Ask him the basics. Yeah, straight to that door.
Wow. Okay. So essentially, because I was so focused on listening, now I have super hearing. I can hear everybody. Yeah, hallucinations my behind. Okay, interesting. So as far as the multiple endings, I could be an actual detective that they're doing a test for, but I go crazy. That is interesting. All right, everybody. That was a great game. Man, if I hear they make even more of these, I definitely will pick them up, play them out, try it out. It's been awesome. All right, but as far as for stream-wise, I greatly appreciate you guys coming out. It's been an awesome game. For YouTube purposes, hey, appreciate all you guys do. Definitely do not be afraid to like the video, subscribe, and yeah, comment below what you think. What you think is the true ending if they made a part 2. I honestly think if they made a part 2, they'll probably kind of start it over type deal. I don't know. But anyway, it's been great. I appreciate all you guys do. I've been your host, GP, along with my co-host,
Lady M.
It's been great. It's been awesome. Thanks so much for this final episode of Unheard. You guys be safe. Enjoy yourselves. And tell me what you guys think. But anyway, take care.